I'm now at the former German concentration camp of Stutthof. So what we're looking at here is the memorial. This concentration camp was opened on the 2nd of September 1939, the day after the Second World War began, in Gdansk, with the Schleswig-Holstein opening fire on the garrison of Westerplatte. Where we're looking towards at the moment, this is where the crematorium and gas chamber is located, and just you can see it's quite amazing here because you're surrounded by this lush green forest, and yet the foundations of all this death and misery and horrendous persecution of people. So by way of the foundations of the buildings directly opposite, this would have been areas where there were barracks. There was also a medical centre, the morgue. You can see watchtowers here as well. And then in this area, off in the distance, is where the men's barracks, the women's barracks. There was also quarantine barracks were in this area as well. And the entrance to the concentration camp would have been in behind these trees on the other side of the barracks. So I'm actually now getting ready to exit. But what is also located in this area is, I'll just zoom around, but is a area where there were factories, and in these factories there were produced equipment for submarines and also fighter jets as well by the prisoners of the camp. So Stutthof, as we mentioned, German former concentration camp, located about an hour to the east of Gdansk. And another tragic chapter, apart from the atrocities committed within the concentration camp, there were about 110,000 prisoners here, of which about 60,000, 65,000 perished. But was also the evacuation of Stutthof. So when the Germans realised the war was being lost and the Russians were approaching from the east, they then began to evacuate the prisoners from Stutthof, and again about another 50% of those being evacuated died as well. So very poignant, very sombre visit in a very lovely part of Poland, but with a very sad history.